I was pregnant after 5 years. Okay. I think now the average atheist would say, now this point, an atheist would say, I was doing drugs in the dorm room. That was totally your brain on, without oxygen. This is just, you were ovulating. The doctor said it.
Yeah, and you don't even have to be an atheist to think those things, right? But yeah.
But that's what
an atheist or
that's what I did.
A skeptic or a non-believer or
That's
even
what I
believers
did.
would say, hey, drug trips happen, right?
Drug trips happen, and
people get pregnant.
I was ovulating. It's not like he said I wasn't ovulating and then I became pregnant.
Right.
You were ovulating. So, I mean, give me a break. But I still love to tell that story because it's just so weird. And then, so now I'm pregnant and I'm about 14 weeks pregnant. And at this point, I'm feeling the baby moving and all of that stuff. And I get a phone call. You have these preliminary blood tests when you get pregnant first, and they plug in things like your age and certain enzymes in your blood and things of that nature. And I had this blood test, and the blood test came back that I had a very high chance of having a Down syndrome child. Well, the person in charge of the blood test, the technician, gave me a I and she said, I really hate to tell you this, but we think your baby may have Down syndrome. That's how she said it. And then that was all I heard at that point. Then she went on to say, you have a 25% chance of having a Down syndrome child. So things started to back off and get less serious, but I thought the blood test she'd given me had something in it that really did make them think that. But it turns out it was just doing an odds thing. And the fact that I was almost 44 years old had skewed the test so much towards that. But I assumed that this baby had Down syndrome. And boy, oh boy, did I lose it, because I thought this was something I had to have. I had to bring this poor child into the world. I cannot abort this child. I'm feeling this child. There's no way. No way. And now I'm bringing a child that may have a hole in its heart. It might have all of these problems. It's hard enough to be normal in society than to have all these medical problems and have these chromosomal issues. And I just really, I crashed. I was crying all the time. I could not function. I could not work. I was so miserable, and I had so much self-hatred for doing this to a child and my family and so I basically cry myself to sleep. In the middle of the night, I wake up. I have no idea why I'm awake. It's like 3:00 in the morning. I am basically sitting up in bed. I sit up in bed. I'm fully awake. As sure as I am sitting here right now with you, Stacy, I was fully awake, sitting in my bed, in the dark, sitting up. And I'm kind of looking around like, is a cat barfing somewhere here in the house? Is something going that woke me up? What's going on? But then I heard the voice again. I heard the same man's voice that I heard back in the dorm room almost 40 years before. And there was no question in my mind. It was that same voice. And the voice said one sentence: she's perfect. That was it. And it was an auditory voice, but it was like in my head, like you're wearing earbuds. You know how when you talk with earbuds, your friend you're talking to is in your head. It was like that.